and twerk a
Well,
little.
let me ask you this. Let me fast forward just a little bit, but it's still the same time frame. I
Okay.
don't even know. I don't know if Snap remember this. I don't know if Snap remember this, but we're at the Save one of the Save the Children's concerts, sponsored by Larry Hoover. Okay, so
Legendary
I'm working
leader.
my I'm working my way backstage, and I remember it was like E Rock from the Fifth Ward Boys, right? So I'm talking to him. We like right there at the gate. I'm like, man, you gotta get me backstage, man. So you and one of your friends like is walking by, and he like, man, who is them girls right there? I was like, those girls? I didn't even know you was at the concert. I'm like, what? I know them, fool. So I get you. You just use him to get backstage, go about your business, right? But now, me and Snap talking to the rap a lot people, all that stuff. So now the next time, I probably not even a whole year. I'm riding, they doing the next concert, and I hear a commercial on the radio, and it says, and also the sensational Helliver. And I'm like, what? The
Word.
who? I'm like,
And
how did this?
I was a child.
so so how old were you when you did the first concert? Do you remember?
I think I did. I honestly, it's been so long ago because I'm seasoned.
Right.
I want to say I was maybe in like the eighth grade.
No,
That's
you couldn't have been in the eighth grade.
well, maybe I was in the 12th grade. Who can
Okay,
keep
thank
up?
you, because you're not finna put me in kindergarten
Who
like I'm
can
up at
keep
the first
up?
concert.
No, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, you know,
You might
maybe
have. So you definitely was still in high school though, right?
no, I was definitely in high school because I don't
Go ahead.
because I had to slay a couple bitches in high school and go back on Monday and talk about the slay at the Save the Children concert or the famous.
Right.
I'm the famous person. I'm the unfamous person. But we'd talk about the slay, the murder, the toe tag, the bite bag. But anyway, I digress. Go on, child.
Well, I
Well,
think
you
they
know, you
started
was
to save the children. Was it around like 92?
Save the Children started, I want to say like
90,
90.
90.
oh. Well,
I ain't know that.
that really ain't hard.
I mean, I
What
probably
what I
was
want to know
the
is
seed that planet saved the children.
what
They
what I want to know is this. Like, do you remember like any of the stars you met?
met. Do I remember any of the stars? Define star,
The
just so we're
people who were the headliners of the concerts that you were in.
okay. Yes. Outcast. They were actually shared my caravan with me.
I remember that.
Um, Redman,
I remember that.
Too Short,
I remember
Biggie,
that.
Method Man, Slick Rick.
You just said Biggie just so smooth.
Slick Rick. If it was Tupac, I would be like Tupac, but Slick Rick, just MC8, Easy E,
Yeah.
that girl from Chicago, that West Side rapper. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just jokes. Big ups to her pregnancy, to Brad.
Hey,
The
didn't you go to high school with her too?
Yeah, we went to Kenwood together. But big ups to her. She's the first female rapper to go platinum. Big ups. Went to Kenwood together. We used to dance together in a little group. Yeah. But let's see who else. But yeah, lots of Save the Children's
Now
concerts.
let me ask you this, because now I can insert myself into it a little, right? I was blessed in being your cousin, and I was blessed to be at the concerts with you, be backstage, go
I
to the
like
stuff with
it.
you,
Thanks,
and
Uncle Reed.
that's appreciated. But I gotta say some stuff, man. I gotta say some stuff. I
Okay.
gotta give you. I didn't gave you. I didn't gave you these conversations when we was private, right? but I understand it, right? So
Mm.
at the time, is it fair to say that Ghetto Prisoner Records was like they would have been what Death Row was going to be if the feds didn't shut them down? Would you think so?
I think they would have been bigger than Death Row
Because
because they're anchor baby artists. Their anchor baby artists is it wasn't limited. I wasn't limited to this or that.
right,
That's you can't classify me. You know, I can bring it. So they had a phenomenal anchor baby artist, and they would have been greater than Death Row because they would have had this global goddess at the helm
so
and running.
let me tell you something. Let me ask you this: how did you end up? Like, I mean, I'd have been around when you done rap for Larry Hoover right on the phone, right? How did you how did you end up being the artist that the old man say, yeah, she tight?
Well, I think that's just a matter of talent, honey. You know, anybody, I think at the end of the day, honey, it's just a matter of talent. Anyone can put, I mean, I'm just, okay, we're going to talk about, I'm going to go around the block real quick so I can go next door.
Right,
Anybody can get some, anybody can buy a body. I can put
right,
some weed in right now, whatever these hot bitches do, hot
right,
broads. I could put whatever. I can pop up my D's, whatever it do.
right,
In my day, it wasn't about that. It was purely about your talent. There was no
right,
internet. There was no way to self promote based on anything other than your talent. So the old man, big ups, the old man who I give props to. I'm the only artist ever signed to his label. He knew
exactly.
he knew talent. He recognized who I was. He recognized what my potential was and what I could potentially bring to the
Right.
world. Not the rap industry, but the world.
No, it was definitely, like I say,
Global goddess.
it was definitely good being around. I remember one time, I want to say, I don't know if it was an Easy E concert or an MCA concert, right? But I'm backstage. We all backstage, and I remember the DLC was there, right? And he was like,
DOC, one of the best to ever do it.
yes,
Go
one of
on.
the greatest. So the DLC asked me like, man, who is that girl over there? So I look, and you got some girls fanning you. You
Oh
was,
my
I guess
God.
you had, I just,
Dude,
I guess you had just got through performing. So you
Oh,
sitting there, they fanning you, and I'm like, wow, like this is really my cousin sitting over here, just just straight
dude. Um,
superstar.
I was sick. It wasn't that I'm not because you know I'm humble. I'm humble hell. I'm humble. So it
Right,
wasn't me like, oh, let me have these girls fan me. It was
right.
I had a fever. And the show must go on. I still
So you
had
still did the show.
yeah, I still did the show. And I had some
Right.
troopers with me. Shout out to Shay Shay Taylor. Shout out to Ecstasy, Tiffany. I had some troopers with me. At the time, she wasn't a rabbi at the time, but shout out to Tamar Manasseh. She was doing
Right.
some backup vocals for me because I was forced. Shout outs to all the people that held me down in my first big event with Ghetto Prisoner. That was my first huge opportunity to headline, to be with headliners, and I was on the
Right.
ticket. My name was on the ticket. Shout out to my cousin Lisa, who still got the ticket taped to her mirror. And it feels great because a lot of my successes predate the internet. And if it didn't happen in the last 15 minutes, people don't believe it happened. H. did it already, and I keep it steady.
Guess what happened? Guess what happened before Ghetto Prisoner?
What happened?
And I'm gonna give you some credit, right? You had the you always was trying to put together like a cheer team. you al- you always see Snap. I kind of like get that. That was the beauty of having all them cousins and brothers and sisters, though. So I seen that she had the skills to organize people even then, and you, even though it was a cheerleading situation,
You was in it too, Nick. You was in
I
it
was
too.
about to say you even had the
Well,
boy cousins doing stuff.
I had y'all getting it.
Like we was like, what did you have us doing? We like the hype
We was in
man?
a parade. We was in a parade. We was
We was
killing
in a
it.
parade.
We was in a
Did
parade. We
you
was in
have
a bug
pom
Oh,
poms?
you had us holding the banner. You had a banner, and you had picked out the outfits you wanted everybody to wear. We had like starter
That's me.
outfits.
And we don't Vogue.
I still,
That's
and
how
I'm
I
like,
do it.
how could we lose? All of us get to go be around all these girls. You had all of us holding the banner,
For
but
sure.
Billiken
For
Parade.
sure. For sure.